Hey everyone, LongTime here, and I want to go over a topic that I think really needs to be covered a little bit more, and that is the difference between a main equipment and a sub equipment, and just what should you be looking for things that you're going to have as your main equip. For just those are character specific. Only a character can equip their own weapons in those main equip slots, but they can equip anything in their sub slots. Okay, it's going to be into a little bit more detail, so let's get into it. So every character slot at their max potential is able to have 2 main equipments as well as 3 sub equipments when you reach a certain part in the storyline to unlock them all. When I'm doing any of my tier lists, I am purely basing it off of the main equip slot, not the sub equip. I think going forwards when I do my tier list, I will make honorable mentions, or I might even have like a little sub equip tier list on the side of it. Just so I think I need to give everything a fair shot, because when I'm basing it off the main equip, because when your main equip weapons, you get 2 of them, and so you get to use the abilities that comes with that specific piece of gear for that character. Like for me with the Buster Sword, I technically really don't care about the Braver too much. It's nice with that extra sigil damage on the X, but right now like my Murasama is built up, and that's the main ability that I'm going for. Going over in my tier list, like I put Hard Edge as Cloud's best weapon, and I still agree with that. I still think it is Cloud's best, most versatile weapon if you do not have something else on your team. Whereas like my Zack's Cutlass over here, the reason why I'm personally not building it up is because my Cutlass is just, I've gotten a lot of Cutlasses, so it's going to be a lot stronger than my Cloud's Hard Edge. Just because something is the top of a tier list does not mean it's going to be the best in every single situation. For me, it means it is the most flexible for the ability of that character. There were a lot of people that were saying Buster Sword was underappreciated in the Cloud tier list, which, to be fair, Buster Sword is a good weapon, okay? But they were mainly focusing on the R abilities, and the R abilities you can get from the sub equipment side. And I can get other weapons in here that will do virtually the exact same thing, and I can get better use of their abilities. And still, if it's in the sub, I still only get 50% of this anyways. And by 50%, let's go over exactly what the R abilities are. When you click on your R abilities, you're going to see R ability details, and you're going to see levels 1 all the way up through 10. And it's going to show you how many points you need to reach that next tier of bonuses. Be it boost HP or attack, or in Murasama's case, physical attack and lightning potency. These are the things that you're going to want to try and build for your sub equip. For your 3 slots on the sub equip, you're going to receive almost about 50% of the stats over here. Give and take, I've tried to like add them up, and it's always a little bit more than 50%. I don't know the actual percentage that it gives you, but you don't gain any access to the C ability, but you will receive 50% of the R ability of your sub equipments. So over here on the left side, so over on the C ability, you can see I have Thunderstrike, Braver, and then the 3 materia slots. Scrolling down, Limit Break. Scrolling down, you have the R ability, and you can see how many total points you have towards each of your R abilities. The only spot where you receive 100% of your R abilities is in your main, not your sub main equipment. I know there's a lot of main and subs here, but for my case, Murasama, I received the full 26 of the physical attack and the full 12 of the lightning potency. Usually based on your main equipment is where you're going to try and find more points in your sub equipment, and even in your sub slot as well down here, to try and build and really max and try and get as many points into your character as you can. I also stand corrected. I just literally looked at physical attack, and it caps out at 7. I knew Levin Blade didn't. The passive that you get, costumes as well, also add into your R abilities. This is where costumes can also start to manipulate what kind of build you're going for. So let's go purely if I were to really try and max out my Cloud build to make his Murasama as strong as physically possible. So let's hypothesize and try and see. So Murasama is going to be my main equip, and we're just going to go again over here. We're going to look for physical attack and lightning potency. Okay, let's try and find which would be the seconds theoretical. Magic defense and Iron Blade, no, not a good sub equipment. Hard Edge, also not got boost attack. The wind resistance is a little bit random, so it still is that good of an ability that if I did not have someone that could do physical defense down on my team, this would still be my secondary main equip. Even though the stats are not as efficient. It still gives boost attack, but the water resistance, again, as I said, random. This is going to boost more than any small amount of points that a different sub-equip would have given me. Mithril Saber, not for the build that we're going for. Butterfly Edge, not what we're going for in terms of here. Organics, nope. Magic Defense, Ice Resist, also weak. Not going for healing from Crystal Sword. Boost Attack, Enhancing Sword, nope. Not going for that either. Boost Attack, Apocalypse, no. So again, Buster Sword. Buster Sword works out fine. You can't find it over on the pull banner because that's just the easiest place to see all of their equipments. So in here with that boost HP and boost attack, it is a good, the ability is not there. The ability is not super good, but the boost HP and the boost attack is good. Let me double check to see what his water sword is. What is his water sword? Feature, boost physical attack and water potency. So actually, if I were to try and really stack with Murasama, the Maritime Sword would actually be a great secondary weapon for him because it's got that high, like a 24 physical attack. It's the same with Murasama, so you're going to be getting 12 of that when it's in the slubs, when it's in the sub slots. So I would say Murasama main, and then you're either going to go with Maritime or Buster Sword for that second one. So for the sake of not pulling on multiple banners and that we're trying to go for the easiest build, I know a lot of people have Murasama. Everyone's got the Buster Sword. So let's try and find some 3 other sub weapons that would go really well with this build. Number 1 piece of gear I would probably recommend would be the Broad Axis Sword from Matt. Again, physical attack 24 and lightning potency. You're going to get at no stars, no overboost, level 90. Okay, you're going to get 24 physical attack. So you're going to get 12 lightning potency. I don't know if this rounds up and down. Let's check that real quick. It seems like we round down. As you can see, this is going to be an even number, so it's easier. 11. So I'm either going to get 6 or 5 in terms of the HP side. So my HP currently is at 13. I'm going to go to remove. Boost HP goes down to an 8. So it rounds down if you have an odd number. But yeah, if you have a broadsword axis, this is a SS tier for this specific build that you're going for. Another decent option that we can go for is the gun that I literally just tested, the round up and round down, the SSR 1976. Boost HP, again, playing through with the Buster Sword if that's my sub equipment on him, and more lightning potency. We're trying to get this lightning potency as high up as we can so that Murasama is just really hitting hard with that lightning strike. Another example would be the Seaside Collar from Red 13 if you happen to pull it and you wanted to build it up. So again, to go with that boost HP to really work towards that Buster Sword side, and as well as the lightning potency. Let's go with even a 4th little bonus slot, okay? So if you were to get the Shock Buster for Glenn, okay, the boost attack going on the boost attack side of Buster Sword and the lightning potency from the Murasama. So again, all my tier lists are based on how it affects that specific character. I think I will start to add into the tier lists, and I may have to when I redo them in the future, we will start adding a whole like little subsection of what makes it their best character, and then what also makes it a good sub equipment. Because sub equipment, it's hard. That is now you are going for very specific builds. Whereas everyone's main equipments, there are some best ones, and then there are clearly some worst ones that you should just never build. Hopefully that summarizes where my headspace was at for those tier lists, and just that difference between the main and the sub equip, and just how you should think about them. The sub equip is you're going to end up building a lot of weapons for a lot of different builds depending on what those main equipments are for your characters, especially when you start to try and make a lot of those elemental weapons. If you think I missed a topic here, if you think I missed a key point in differentiating what I'm thinking about for main and for sub equips, please let me know. Please let me know. Again, the main equips are going to dictate what sub equips are good. Not every sub equip is good for every single situation. Then it's the same thing with the main equips though. But the mains dictate what you want as that sub equip. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are and everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know right now all I'm doing is tier list, but once we get through those initial 9 characters, we have Aerith, Zack, and then the first soldier group to go through. We're going to have a lot of other videos, I guess including this one as well today. I stream over at twitch.tv/longtimetwitch, so you can visit me there to see when I'm going live, and we can do either some co-ops and we can go over some things live. Hopefully this cleared up some of the issues between what I was thinking for that main and that sub equipment. That I'm seeing that conversation a lot, which again, more conversation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.